We played Campfire Oasis 1. We played Campfire Oasis 2. Now let's play Campfire Oasis, the story. There's new game and there's bonus chapters. Whoa! Alright, let's do the new game first. Oh, there is a story. I was told that there was no story in this game. The snow falls quietly, one flake after another, until the world turns white. Trophy earned, the first word. The forest holds its breath. No wind, no sound, only the fire speaks. I watch the flames dance. Their glow trembles in the cold air. This is a visual novel. Can I save the game? No, I can't save the game or anything. Just like the previous games, I don't think I can, at least. Okay, I don't want to hit skip. I need to hit continue. Okay, so don't hit square no matter what. Oh, circle also makes you go forward. Damn it, I missed some dialogue. No, circle's auto. Okay. I rub them together, watching the smoke curl in the dark sky. Okay. Circle is auto forward, and I need to not hit circle again. Triangle does nothing. L1, L2, R1, R2, up, down, left, right, pad button, R stick, L stick, all do nothing. Only X to continue, square to skip. I don't know what skip does. I think skip will probably skip the whole thing. I rub them together, watching the smoke curl into the dark sky. I guess we can read this again later. Oh, there's no sound again, of course. The scent of pine and ash fills the air, the smell of survival. My dog lies beside me, half asleep, half listening. His ears twitch at every small sound, every falling branch in the distance. His breath rises in clouds of white mist into the night. I'm going to play The Sounds of Purgatory again because this feels like purgatory. I reach out and run my hand along his fur. It's warm, softer than I remember. Out here, warmth feels like a gift from another world. I whisper softly, "Good boy." Yes, who's a good boy? He opens one eye, then closes it again. For him, the fire is enough. For me, I'm not sure. I stare into the flames. Each spark feels alive, fragile, desperate to stay. The fire crackles, and in his voice I hear words. Feed me, or I will die. Trophy earned, voice of the fire. I glance at the small pile of wood beside us. Not much left. Maybe enough for another hour, maybe two. I can't offer to let it fade. I look toward the trees, tall, dark, endless. They wait covered in snow, heavy in silence. Something about them feels watching. The fire pops loudly. My dog lifts his head alert. The gaze fixes on the forest edge. I squint, trying to see what he sees. Nothing. Just the white veil of falling snow. Still, I can't shake the feeling that we're not alone. You sit close to the flames, rubbing your hands together, staring at the dancing sparks. Your dog lies beside you, his fur warm, his eyes reflecting the light. It feels safe here. For a moment, you forget how endless the cold really is. The forest is quiet, too quiet. You listen. No birds, no rushing water, not even the sigh of distant animals. Only the fire speaks, and the fire says, "Feed me, or I will die." The night stretches on, and the fire grows tired. The flames bend low, fighting against the creeping cold. I glance at the pile of wood beside me, almost gone. If the fire dies, so does the warmth, and the silence will return. Most visual novel games have most visual novel games have a save option, so you don't have to you can just come back to any part at any time. Not having a save option makes me very uncomfortable because it's like I get exhausted reading so much. Anyway, let's keep going. My dog lifts his head, watching me. His eyes glimmer in the firelight, patient knowing. I smile weakly. All right, partner, I know. We need more. He stands, tail swaying gently, snow clinging to his fur. Then he turns toward the forest, waiting for a word. I nod once. He vanishes into the trees. The sound of his paw is lost in the wind. The fire cracks beneath me, a soft reminder to hurry. I stare into the darkness, the line between the trees barely visible now. Each second without his shape returning feels longer than it should. A faint rustle, then another. Suddenly, there he is again, proud as ever, a branch clenched between his jaws. I laugh quietly. Good boy, that's it. Feed the fire. Sparks light up, sparks leap high, chasing the night away. Trophy urn, gathering light. The orange glow stretches across the snow, planting the forest walls with warmth. I'm always comforted by the trophies because it means I'm getting closer to the end. Especially in games like this where I desperately want the end to come. The air feels different, softer, safer. He drops beside me, breathing heavily, tail thumping against the snow. I run a hand along his back. The warmth of his body lingers on my frozen fingers. You really saved the night again, huh? The flames grow stronger, whispering in rhythm with the wind. Trophy urn, echoes of the wind. For a moment, everything feels perfect. Man, fire, dog, silence, and silence. But then, something shifts. The wind slows. The forest seems to hold its breath again. I look toward the trees. The darkness feels deeper. My dog lifts his head, ears twitching. His low growl rumbles through the snow. I whisper, It's nothing, just the wind. But even as I say it, I know that's not true. The first gust hits like a slap. Snow swirls through the air, hissing as it strikes the fire. I pull my jacket tighter, but the cold seeps through the seams like smoke through wood. The fire flickers, fighting for breath. Sparks scatter upward, bright, desperate, and gone in an instant. Trees sway, groaning in protest, and the wind grows louder. I hear the storm before I see it, a roaring wave of white swallowing the horizon. The forest vanishes behind a curtain of snow. The world shrinks to firelight and fear. My dog growls, his fur whipping in the wind. He presses closer, his body trembling, but his eyes fixed ahead. I whisper, Stay close. A blast of wind almost snuffs out the fire. I shield it with my hands, coughing as smoke burns my eyes. Come on, not now, I mutter through clenched teeth. The flames grow low, a dying ember in a storm that wants everything gone. I toss another piece of wood onto the fire. It catches briefly. The wind screams around us, clawing through the trees. For a heartbeat, I think I hear something beneath the storm. A voice, low and distant. Trophy yarn, whispers in the dark. He barks suddenly, sharp and fierce, staring into the blizzard. I turn, following his gaze. Nothing but white. Easy, boy. There's nothing there, I whisper, though I don't believe it. A shadow flickers between the trees. Too fast, too tall. The wind howls louder, as if warning me to stay by the fire. But curiosity burns stronger than fear. I take one step forward. The snow bites my face like ice shards. The shadow moves again, or maybe it doesn't. Out here, even silence has teeth. The dog snarls softly. His fur bristles, his stance low and ready. I kneel beside him, gripping his collar. It's all right, Ally. We're safe here. But I know we're not. The storm peaks, a blinding wall of light. The fire nearly dies, but then a spark, a pulse of orange defiance. Trophy urn, between fear and flame. I gotta say, this writing is not bad. For a moment, man and dog stand together against the storm. Beyond the firelight, something watches, unseen, unmoving. I wonder who wrote this. I'd like to see who on the credits if somebody takes credit for it. I imagine if nobody takes credit for it, it was probably written by AI. and the night has only just begun. Still, it's not bad. The storm slows, but the silence leaves behind. It leaves behind feels wrong. It feels very poetic. The forest looks new, reshaped, buried under the night snow. I step forward, boots sinking deep, each crunch echoing like thunder. My dog walks ahead, nose low to the ground. His movements are very uncertain. Then he stops. I follow his gaze. There in front of us, footprints. Large, deep, and fresh. They don't belong to me. They don't belong to him. Whatever made them walk here recently, maybe minutes ago. I was told by AI that there was no story in this game, so I was planning on making this video and being like, wait a minute, this game's called Campfire Story, but there's no story. But there was a story, so that kind of thwarted my plans. Still, I'm glad there's a story. That's better. I kneel, brushing snow from the prints. I just was like a little unprepared to do all this reading. The shape isn't human. Too long, too narrow. A chill runs down my spine. Wow, really? He growls softly, hackles rising. Easy, boy, I whisper, though my throat is dry. This story's even like supernatural or something. Like there's a talking fire. There seems to be some kind of monster. The wind stirs, carrying with it a faint sound. Not quite a voice, not quite the wind. I glance around. Nothing moves. Still, I feel it. Eyes on my back, just beyond the trees. I rise slowly, scanning the darkness. A branch cracks somewhere ahead. I like this purgatory song. This is kind of cool. I gotta look up sounds of purgatory more often. A branch cracks somewhere ahead. My dog barks once, loud, defiant, and the forest answers with silence. I swallow hard, forcing a smile. Come on, let's go back to the fire. But the fire feels far away now, and every shadow looks alive. The night thickens again. The wind returns, softer now, almost whispering. I sit by the fire, but my eyes keep drifting toward the forest. My dog doesn't rest. His ears flick toward the trees again and again. He senses it too, the thing that lingers out there. A sound, faint, distant, like something heavy moving through snow. I stand, heart hammering. Who's there? My voice disappears into the storm. No answer, only the fire crackling. Then, movement. A shadow slides between the trunks, tall and thin, barely visible through the haze. My dog growls, stepping in front of me. The firelight trembles as if afraid. For a second, I see eyes, two small reflections in the dark, too high for any animal. I can't move. I can't breathe. The figure tilts its head, as if curious. Then, without a trace, whoa, no, stop. Snow swirls in the empty space where it stood. My dog barks wildly, pulling against my grip. No! I pull him close, kneeling by the fire. The night closes around us again, empty, silent, but not safe. I stare into the flames, searching for courage in their glow. Beyond the fire's reach, the forest waits, patient, hungry. And something in that darkness, the visitor watches, still. The storm hasn't stopped, but we found shelter at last. The tent shivers under the weight of the wind, but inside it feels almost safe. I feel a light. I light a small lantern. It glows, fills, its glow fills the canvas walls like sunrise through clouds. Shelter in silence, trophy earned. My dog curls beside me, exhausted. Snow still clings to his fur, melting into tiny droplets that glisten in the light. I brush them away gently, whispering, "You did good, boy." He looks up at me, eyes tired but alert. Outside, the wind roars again, but he doesn't flinch. He's done enough for tonight. I sit back and listen to the rhythm of the storm. The wind howls, then softens. The tent creaks, then steadies. It's strange how even chaos can sound like a lullaby after so much fear. I take a sip from the canteen, feeling the chill water sting my throat. Tomorrow, I murmur, we'll find more wood, maybe food too. He tilts his head as if he understands. The lantern flickers. I closed my eyes for a moment, hearing the faint crackle of what remains of the fire outside. The air smells like ash and pine and cold metal. A shape passes briefly across the tent. Just a shadow from the storm, I tell myself. Still, I grip the dog's collar just to feel something real. His warmth grounds me, the only proof that I'm not dreaming. Finally, he rests his head on my lap. I breathe in time with him, one breath at a time, until the storm feels far away. The light dims, the wind fades to a whisper. Sleep comes slow, heavy, and uncertain. This is the longest game of the three. I gotta say, this is the best, even though there's no volume. Uh, like in a way, I prefer the first game where there's a fire that's really real and it's there, and there's volume. Like I think there should be some sound in this game. But that being said, even though there's no sound, this is better. It actually has a story that lasts over 10 minutes. This is like closer to real gameplay, at least. The storm passed while we slept. Then when I step outside, the world has changed. The forest glows, every branch coated in crystal light, the sky pale and endless. I wish I had a picture of this, because this is an awesome thing he's describing, and then we're only looking at a picture of the tent. And this picture of the tent looks great. It does look great. But also I wish I could look at this painting of the tent completely. I wish I could make the dialogue go away. In most hidden objects games, not hidden objects games, in most visual novel games, you can make the text disappear so you can just look at the picture. But in this one, you can't. I've pushed all the buttons and I've determined that you can't. So yeah, all I can do is skip. I can put it on autopilot, and I can also push continue. I'm afraid that if I push skip, the whole thing will just be over. It'll just skip the whole thing. The fire pit is buried. Only fake smoke curling up from the snow. We got another trophy of some kind. I missed reading it. I crouched beside it, brushing the frost. We must be getting closer to the end. We've got a lot of trophies down. Underneath the embers still breathe, faint but alive. My dog sniffs the air, tail wagging slowly. He trots ahead, nose low, following something invisible. I smile. Still on duty, huh? The silence feels softer now. The fear has turned into calm. But when I glance toward the trees, I see them, faint, almost gone. Footprints, the same ones as before. They lead away from the camp, deeper into the woods. Ashes of the night, trophy urn. For a moment, I think I see a shadow in the light. But then it's gone, and the wind carries only peace. I look down at my companion. He barks once, sharp, confident. Whatever waits out there, we'll face it together. Loyal companion, trophy earned. I look on the horizon. The sun breaks through the clouds, painting gold over white. For the first time, the cold doesn't feel endless. The night survived, but the fire may fade, but hope endures. Oasis of the heart, trophy earned. The end. We did it. Trophy earned. The last flame. There was a story. I was told there was no story, but there was story. All right. There's also bonus chapters, and there's settings A. Message speed, auto delay, read only, font size default. All right, we'll just leave this alone. I don't want. The font size is fine. Let's do the bonus chapters. Oh, they're all locks. Okay, let me look this up. Why are the bonus chapters locked in Campfire Story? What's it called? Is it called Campfire? It's not just called Campfire Story, right? It's called something else. In Campfire of Oasis, the story. All right. Apparently, I have to purchase the bonus chapters. So I don't think I'm gonna do that at all. But yeah, that's fine. This game was actually much better than I expected, which you know is sort of saying a lot. I shouldn't be impressed by this. This is really not that good, but for this game, it is good. Oh yeah, Square Scripts from Scene to Scene. Anyway, that's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye bye. Save recent gameplay. Full video.